Hi everyone, and we're back with the Global XR Bootcamp. And our next speaker is Adicio, who's going to talk to us about how you can integrate the power of cloud and edge computing using mixed reality and Azure. Hi Adicio, how are you doing?
Hey, hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good as well. Glad
Yeah,
that you are here.
yes, I'm so excited about Global XR Bootcamp this year.
Yeah.
It's awesome since this morning in my time, and it's been a long day, and this is awesome session by everyone here.
Oh, great to hear. Yeah, I think it's awesome as well. So can you tell us a bit more about your session and about yourself, of course?
Yes, of course. At this session, I will talk a little bit more about how we can use the technology that currently used by the many industrial, but not for many new developer or something like that, that they are still limiting by their own limitation on the device and their limitation on their current development of app, where we can unleash a more powerful application experience by using both of cloud technology and also edge computing. And also I introduce myself. My name is Adityo. I'm from Indonesia. I'm representative from Mixed Reality Community Indonesia, and currently I'm take role at Microsoft as the Azure Ranger. I think that's general for me.
Okay, great. Then without further ado, start your session, right? I will
All
add
right,
you to the screen. There we go. Good luck.
all right. Thank you. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me here, especially for Global XR Bootcamp. Thanks for having me my session here at Global XR Bootcamp. And this is my first time doing the global event through the online. And I'm so excited to see you guys and also have discussion later with you guys through Q&A session. So, all right, today I will be talking about integrating power of cloud and edge computing using mixed reality and also Azure. All right, let me reintroduce myself a little bit, saying more that my name is Adityo. I'm the software and cloud engineer. I'm doing a cloud development and also learning more about artificial intelligence. And of course, I'm doing a mixed reality and currently take my role at Microsoft as the Azure Ranger. And I'm one of the founder and also member of the mixed reality community Indonesia. And later on, if you want to hit me after the session, you can ask me, you can get connected to me through Twitter and my LinkedIn account. So let's get started to the content of this session. Welcome to the new reality. So, for everyone who just started getting into this industry, into this technology, we are excited to having you. We are excited to share with you and to grow together in this technology journey. And let's see what we can build and we can do for the better world. So, I will talking first about the general overview of the XR today. So before we jumping into the more specific uh, topics on the cloud and mixed reality itself, I think for this is just overview a little bit for you guys that jump into this technology that we are talking in the spectrum of XR that usually will be here, most common here is virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality. These are the term of the spectrum of the XR, extended reality, as we can say. So, what is the difference between them? I will try to quick summarize, quick tips on of those three terms that we are seeing here. So, at the right side, we are seeing a virtual reality, where the virtual reality is the technology that you, as a person, as a user, technology bring you inside the virtual environment where you will know real environment interaction, where you definitely come into the real virtual environment. So you isolated to the virtual reality where you can interact with the uh, virtual objects, digital objects, something like that, to the virtual world. And to the left side, we have augmented reality. Augmented reality, this is where the technology where you bring the digital into the real world instead of you bring yourself into the virtual world, you bring the digital object or asset into the real world. So in the augmented reality realm, where you overlay digital asset or digital uh, information over the real world. And then the next one is the mixed reality, where the mixed reality has so much spectrum in the both augmented reality and also in the virtual reality. So mixed reality is combining both best feature of the digital world and also from the real world, where we can see later at the some feature that I will talk also in the cloud and also in the edge computing, especially in the mixed reality devices, where we can do especially like spatial mapping, something like that, and other tools and other feature that you will be learn more. You'll be hear more in the next session. And let's see the picture, the picture experience of each of the term that I mentioned earlier. At the right side, we can see the virtual reality, where the user completely immersed into the virtual world, and the left side we can see the user overlaying something, overlaying a chair over their room, and then at the middle we can see where users can interact to the object by their hand. The object can interact with the table. They can stay on the table or something like that. And this is just the general overview of the XR spectrum from virtual reality, mixed reality to the augmented reality. Yeah. I will not talk too long on this part. So the next one, let's jump into the real topic of today, that where we can use the power of XR on the edge with the extended power, with the extended features that we can get from the cloud computing. So, why I'm talking about this? Why I'm bringing this kind of topic of the edge that combined with the cloud computing? So, this is some background of this topic today. Why cloud is important part with the XR technology to play along with them, and this is from my and my college initial experience also when jumping to this technology, where as at the left side we can see the limitation of any device. Every edge devices, as you can see that you can have a mobile phone, you can have like a headset like HoloLens or IoT devices, or you have a VR or augmented reality headset deployed, connected into the PC. Every devices, every edge devices always has the limitation, and sometimes those limitations have some issue with your experience that you want to build. They're blocking you building the rich experience for more immersive experience and also for a wide experience. So one of the limitation of the edge device, of course, the compute power that you can get on the device, like a mobile phone or other headsets like that. Uh, you have a compute power limitation, you have storage limitation. Also, you will have many other maybe limitation on the feature that you cannot get on the device itself. That this is the limit that you fear that will not be uh, what I can say about, like, will be blocking of your real experience of your real purpose of your application business. For example, I have a project earlier in the beginning of my jumping into this technology, that I had to deliver the application that showing a building to the contractor company. So I had to show the building through the device. So very detailed building, high resolution building, and so many design in the building that I cannot process. I thought to the designer to trim it down to make it more simpler. But after that, the experience of the user itself is not so good, and we see the experience of the seeing the building is not so detailed. It's not bringing any impact at all. Rather than just seeing it everywhere, you can see it on your office. You can bring it on field. But something you're missing, that the detail. The detail is there for industry. It's very important. especially in a contractor or designer or manufacturer, something like that. And also maybe there's another limitation on the device that might be you have seen and you encounter along the way that where you're developing the apps. And also why cloud is so important that we can add more real and rich experience. Let's see, instead of we putting all the asset on the devices, we putting all the data on the devices, you cannot get the real effect, real-time data experience that might be your your user or your customer needs. So let's say if a user want to see the machine data that you downloaded earlier, they put it manually through the application and start simulating over the device. So sometimes we saw things that this is this is just the proof of concept of what we get, but is it work in the real world? Is there anything that we can do to see the end-to-end solution of it? So real and rich experience is one of the main requests usually from our customer. Instead in POC side, in doing just doing a demo or doing a little presentation, sometimes they ask if this real enough to 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 them to use it in the real industry field. So, and the next part, also this is so important for us to use any external experience, any external computing, such cloud, to give the developer more advantages, not to build everything from the scratch. Like maybe you want to add some cognitive service, you want to add the image vision, rather than you build it on yourself, you build the uh, model, you build the algorithm, and you put it on the device, you compute everything on the device. We can use the cloud power here to bring up, like we send a picture up and then we get a result, and then we bring the result, we view it on the holographic view on the device. This is one of the factor also that why we are seeing the cloud platform, cloud computing. Is it just a infrastructure, or is it a platform, or is it already a software as a service? This is really impact for the developer to build an application more faster. So faster development to market is definitely what business need. All right. So the next one I want to bring up some uh, idea of the intelligent cloud or intelligent edge that Microsoft has been sharing with you guys over the years. And this is a really important concept where we need to get the application experience. We need to build the business experience to more real, to more rich experience by using all the compute power, not only on the single device itself, but we need to bring the power of workload. We bring the powerful workload to any device, any platform, any application by using the combination of compute power of the edge and also the compute power of the cloud. So this is what really going on in any industry right now, that you need as a developer, that we need to think that what limiting us, why limiting us on the experience on the device limitation, while we can add it more rich experience by using the cloud technology. That's that's one of the issue that already tackled by one of the big uh, company out there. So I will show you the video. This is one of the big company in airlines, Airbus, how they tackle using the mixed reality and also cloud computing to running their business more efficient, running for their production more efficient. So let's bring out some video.
Airbus is a company designing, manufacturing, and servicing commercial aircraft, helicopters, military aircraft, satellites, and launch vehicles. Well, for the coming years, our challenges are huge. We have, in the last 4 years, delivered 10,000 aircraft, and we have to deliver twice that amount in the next 20 years. To face this challenge, we intend to make an intense use of mixed reality, and that's why we've started partnering with Microsoft. Mixed reality can help us to increase quality, safety, and security. By having the right information in front of the eyes, the level of human error is significantly reduced. And in aerospace, an increased quality is an increased safety. I think the maturity of the services like Azure Remote Rendering of spatial anchors is key to give us the guarantee that we adequately use the HoloLens 2. I mean, it's key to have the right data flow. It's key to have the right rendering. It's key that the person using it finds himself or herself in the right environment with the right quality of data and therefore quality of visualization. So it's absolutely essential. The advantage of the HoloLens 2 in the design process is mostly in the validation phase when the designer needs to know whether his or her design is really fit for industrialization. And this is hugely accelerated by 80%. On the manufacturing side, we use HoloLens 2 to enable the workers to achieve complex tasks or tasks that require an intense reading of documentation. Well, finally, they're hands-free and they can access complex areas, they can handle heavy parts while having all the information they need right in front of their eyes. So we strongly believe that mixed reality can bring improvements up to 30% of some of our industrial tasks. So this device as such is very powerful, and thanks to Azure Mixed Reality Services, we're getting the power of it.
Yeah, as we can see from the video earlier, that Airbus already take the full advantages of the cloud computing and also edge computing using mixed reality device such as HoloLens 2, where their manufacturer can provide more efficient workflow on the building the airplane. They're helping the customer or the salesperson to visualize the data over the uh, airplane that they produce. They're already running that they're collecting data over the IoT devices or even their real data for their business application, something like that. And this is really powerful combining technology where we can put the rich information that we have on our data platform or our cloud or else combined with the mixed reality power here where we can visualize and bringing the efficient of both world to the better production and both better uh, way to do the workload every day. So next one I will jump more detail on the Azure part, how we can use the Azure to help us on building the more rich experience and more real experience in our application in mixed reality. So the next one, let's dive more on the cloud side. So I will start from the general mixed reality services that we have on Azure right now. So we have Azure Spatial Anchor, we have Azure Remote Rendering, digital twins, and many other Azure services, cloud services that you can use, that you can take advantages to make your mixed reality application more powerful, more rich experience. Now, so the first one, I was talking a little bit about the Azure Spatial Anchors. And today, this morning, we have awesome presentation, awesome discussion within this global XR bootcamp with Rene. Uh, he's one of the expert on the Azure Spatial Anchor. You can see his session later, recorded session. That's an awesome session if you want to explore more about Azure Spatial Anchor. So I will get refresh a little bit about Azure Spatial Anchor here for you haven't here earlier in the session this morning. So the Azure Spatial Anchor is empowering the developer to create the application to take advantages of the spatial anchor of the real world. So this is what we want to build by using the spatial anchor. We want to build like persistence of 3D content when you deploy it into the real world. We want to see it persist at the same place. We want to uh, see the shared experience where everybody can see the 3D object, can see the 3D asset at the same place. And of course, we need to provide the real world scale. We can do the real world scale of the what we can have of the uh, implementation of these services. Like we can put any spatial anchors everywhere in the building, in the field, in the manufacturer, something like that. That we not only limiting to share a 3D experience into one site only, but we can build this experience into real world scale. And also with the security and reliability of data on Azure, don't worry of your spatial data, your environment data, something like that. And then this is some simple use case, example use case scenario of what we can do with Azure Spatial Anchor that we built on top of the mixed reality application experience. First, of course, the multi-user experience that I mentioned before, where we can see the same 3D object, the same asset in the same place, using across mixed reality devices, mixed reality capable devices like HoloLens, Android, iOS devices. And also we can build experience like wayfinding. This is one of the great scenario of there's a video that you can find it online. That one of the use case of the wayfinding is for the blind people. They want to meet someone at the meeting room, and she just arrived at the lobby, and she need a guidance which room and direction that she need to go using the wayfinding spatial anchor application that she can follow the anchors that put earlier to guide her into the room one by one, guide her through the application experience from the lobby into the room. And the next one, also the persistence virtual content in the real world, where you can see where you put the digital content today here at this site, at this anchor, at this point, that later on, the next day, the next week, or you can put it like scenario like in the uh, museum, something like that. You put in the corner a 3D experience that user just scan their phone, scan their devices over the places, a site, something like that. We can show the persistence of the virtual content at that point. So this is really nice experience application that you can build with this Azure Spatial Anchor. So this is some of the example of the uh, multi-user experience. This is a short video of what the use case that I've said earlier and how it works. So I really out that Azure Spatial Anchor will read your environment, take this spatial mapping of your environment, put it in the cloud, and the other user can load it and the same data and can cross matching of the environment and seeing the persistence of 3D content there. And yeah, this is some of the scenario in this video, as you can see, like sharing uh, 3D image, 3D asset in the same place, something like that. This is one of the wayfinding scenario that we can see. Let's say if we build a museum experience that from one side to another side is connected, you can build like wayfinding experience where need I go after I seeing this object. This is some a good example, a great example of the use case of what you can build on top of the Azure Spatial Anchor on top of your mixed reality application experience. All right, the next one I will talk about remote rendering. This is the use case that I said earlier in the beginning. One of my limitation in the early beginning of my development of application, delivering high level of building into the device, while at the time we limited, we don't hear any rendering, remote rendering or server-side rendering at that time. So we struggle with building this experience to the user at that time. So this is nice experience that we can do right now for the developer to explore to beyond the limitation of the device. We can use the compute power of the cloud computing. So what kind of remote rendering? What can developer take advantage of this remote rendering? So remote rendering is enable you as the developer and also user of the application to render high quality content to the application. You stream it from the cloud to your device in the real-time scenario. As you can see at the right image, that you can see that the image was simplified, trimmed down into a more simple uh, view of the object itself. This is not a great experience for the real user at the field maybe at the manufacturer, if they want to see this machine, why the engineer see it different way with the real device, real engine that they will work on. So while using remote rendering, we can deliver the high quality content as the right side. So as the user, as the customer, we can see the real experience of the device, of the engine that will be working on, or they want to buy something like that. So the experience of your 3D in the full detail, especially that you need in your application, if your business requirement is you need to bring a full detail of your 3D content into your application, and then something like that easily integrated with the SDK that you can do as a developer. You consume it in your application. So yeah, this is a sample of how the remote rendering use uh, to render the high level of detail. Oh, sorry, of insets here. So the detail here, as we can see, the rocket, you will see the rocket in high detail. You will see it. User can experience what Apollo have did in the earlier years, how user can interact with the high detail of image, high detail of object of the rocket itself. As you can see, this is really nice detail. You can see it very tiny part of that 3D content. You can see it right through the mixed reality application right here. So the user will have the great experience where they can see the real thing offer you deliver it, such as a mini compact of the 3D itself. So as you can see, the surface of the moon also in the real detail of the 3D itself. So this is real nice experience if you can put it in the museum, something like that. And yeah, the next one, and also this is other tools by remote rendering that you can use on the local, or you can convert your asset. This is how easy you can convert your asset into the remote rendering on the cloud. You can push it your 3D content, you model, you convert it using this tool and push it into the Azure remote rendering, and then you just consume it later in your application. So the next one, this is one of the also interesting things that where you can integrate your data, especially in this one, a digital twin, where you can collect your data from your IoT for your other edge devices that you can bring to the more real-time visualized data. As we can see here, that Azure Digital Twin enable you as the developer to build the application to match the real data of the real sensor environment of the building of your manufactured building or others. So this is a nice way where we can build the mixed reality experience, the AR or VR experience, the 3D app experience, where you can see the real data of it being used in the application. So user can see their really real data on their site, especially if you deploy it in the hotel, something like that. You can see the temperature of the hotel from the sensor. You can see if the room is occupied, something like that. So this is the nice way how we can use fully the real and rich experience of the cloud that we can put in our mixed reality devices. So I will put the next video here, the real short explanation how we can utilize our cloud data by using a digital twin interacted with the experience of the edge devices.
Innovation is a journey without an end, work that's never done. We're constantly pushing the possibilities of our physical and digital worlds that are increasingly converging. Driven forward by technology, from cloud to the edge, AI, and IoT. Now allowing us to create digital models of our physical spaces, called digital twins, creating the stories, touchpoints, and solutions by realizing the relationships and interactions between people, places, and devices. And with the promise of AI, we can uncover insights that see problems before we experience them. We can better understand needs and improve experiences. We can see, learn, and even predict how people move through and interact with the spaces around them. Connecting these stories and data to power modern business, building new possibilities in real time. Made possible by our partners and an end-to-end 3 cloud capability: Azure, Office, Dynamics. Help bring to life smarter spaces that connect to a digital world and turn new possibilities into new realities.
Yeah, as we can see here from the video itself, that uh, we can take a full of cloud data experience data that we collect from our IoT edge devices, something like that, to see it in the real scale of the data itself. We can build it like the 3D digital copy of your world. We overlaying the data of the real from data from the IoT devices or data that we collect earlier from other edge devices, that we can see it through the mixed reality experience, to the AR, VR, MR experience application that you build, that customer can see that, oh, this is the copy of my environment, my real world, with overlaying with the real data, that I can react, I can do more business insight from it. That user will be so delightful to have more comprehensive insight, more detailed insight of what the real world data and the real world experience has. So the next one, I will talk more about how others Azure or cloud services that you can consume, you can connect it from your mixed reality application. Right. This is the whole overview of the Azure services that right now that you can use, from IoT services. You can see the intelligence services, data services, or you can build your backend application services on top of the Azure. You can consume your API, your endpoint, and your uh, mixed reality experience application. So instead of making application application, you put everything in your application on the devices, on the headset devices, on the mobile devices. You can separate the workload into the cloud or other compute power, that you can make more devices run more smooth, and also getting more rich experience that you can get in your application. So this is some sample of you will get. I will show you the documentation or the page that you can learn from it. So this is, for example, that you using our cognitive service custom vision on Azure, integrated with the HoloLens here, that we can detect an object, we can recognize the object, we can train pictures of object like a cup, or we can train a picture of monitors or other object. We train it using the custom vision. And while we putting the headset on, we don't put so much computing, so much uh, AI and machine learning power on the device, while your device might suffer on computing it. But we can put it on using the Azure, using the cloud computing, to have those compute power running for us to do a recognition of the object that we want to recognize. Something like that will be more pleasant experience for the user. So user don't have any lagging experience on your app, because your app is consuming so much compute power on your devices, something like that. And the next one, this is another sample that IoT Hub, seems like a digital twin earlier, that we can collect the data from the IoT devices. So we put it into the IoT Hub. And from the IoT Hub, we can distribute it, the data. We can save it, the data, into the data storage, something like that, and we can uh, send it in real time to devices, to other application services in real time. We can see the temperature of the room at this sample of the image. We can see the model of the building at the right side, and each floor we can click it, and then we see the scale of the room through the 3D object, 3D view, and then we can overview overlay the application, overlay the data of the application. That what we get from IoT Hub. And this is the mixed reality and Azure service experience that you can build, that you can learn. So you just go to the Microsoft Docs and you see the Microsoft mixed reality tutorials, where you can see a lot of tutorial that you can learn here. You can connect to the translation language services. You can connect to computer vision or custom vision, like uh, I mentioned earlier, or you can build natural language understanding experience on your mixed reality app, instead of you putting so much load on your device. Face recognition, also the streaming video. If you have a 360 experience of video, you can stream it without making it harder on the device. And also other services that you can connect. Like, this is the simple architecture you can get. You can learn also more architecture that you can get on the Microsoft Docs. As you can see here, the simple architecture. If you want to see, if you want to use as a special anchor, how as a developer you can build it on top of the mixed reality application that you build right now. So this is some simple architecture that you can see on top of the docs that you can. So how Azure and mixed reality empower others industry and around the world, how others industry or company type consuming this data, consuming this experience of cloud power and also edge power by mixed reality into their app application. So we have the next video fracture uh, with project with one of the airport in the Europe to build the experience, right? The experience where we can see the real data of the airport and the plane trip of their airport into the real data of a view and the real visualize of the airport itself. So let's jump to the video.
Mixed reality technology using Microsoft's HoloLens is rapidly opening up new possibilities for the integration of airport operation command and control. In CETA, you have a partner who is committed through its innovation lab to pioneering the technologies of tomorrow right now by exploring their power and potential to reimagine integrated airport command and control centers. Discover and envision new ways for you to monitor, coordinate, and centrally control everything. Allow new, bold perspectives and insights on familiar locations, underpinned by all the data from your airport's ecosystem, in real time, in new ways, and intuitively. At CETA, we lift the lid on this new world of immersive control, linking you to your passengers, to your staff, to your data, to your locations, and to our insights in real time, on time, every time. CETA, transforming air travel through technology.
Yeah, this is one of the sample of the powerful sample how we can integrate our cloud data, our cloud computing to the edge mixed reality devices such as HoloLens to perform high detail of data, high detail in real time of data. As we can see, the CETA here is monitoring any incident, any traffic, any of activities that happen at the airport. As you can see, the social feed, airport view in the real 3D, in the real holographic view. As we can see, user can get more view experience rather than they see it in the 2D monitor to the application where they can move using so much tools to move it right, zoom in, zoom out. But well, you can see it in the real bigger scenario, real bigger object in the real world, the 3D representative of the airport itself. You can see the data overlay of the airport itself. This is really nice of the example how SITA project here can help the airport more efficient to identify and also get the insight of what the real activity on the airport itself. So this is how we can use the power of cloud and the power of edge, combining even in the IoT devices, mixed reality headset, or mobile devices can combine their compute, can combine their data into more powerful use case that you can deliver into so many user, so many industries right here. So the next one, I will talk a little bit outside the Azure itself. Another cloud application that you can use in your daily industry. So this is more in the ready to use application that you can take the insight from it, that like guided, we have dynamics guides, dynamics remote assist, dynamics visualize. This is the awesome example of experience of the application that you can use by uh, integrating the power of the mixed reality on the device using the data from the cloud that, that we put on the cloud. So here, as we can see here, first is guides. So as we can see in this scenario where the user can use the mixed reality power at the edge, here is she using HoloLens to perform the training on the engine that she would like to learn. She just pull the content, the training module from the dynamic cloud into their devices. So she can learn it specific model of the engine itself, and her leader can see the performance directly from the dynamic side. So the data from the device, the training, how much time that she completed, is she done with the task, she done it with training. She can see the data that pulled from the device and put it in the cloud and visualize over the Power BI dashboard, or you have a custom dashboard else, you can see the real-time performance of your employee. This is the really powerful use case at the training side. And the next one, we can put the remote assist as one another example how we can see the power of the cloud itself, bringing together of the expert and also the field worker to get connected, to get the experience where the expert can help directly the field worker without delaying any time to expert to jump to the site. You need to fly him, or there's cost uh, travel, something like that. So this is a nice sample of the remote assist experience where the user of the field worker can get connected to expert data, something like that, and that the expert can give some insight, can bring up some data in hologram, so they can pull it from the OneDrive, from the cloud storage into the application of remote assist. She can show it in the 3D, something like this. You can see the PDF, you can see the manual book in the holographic view. So user at the edge using the mixed reality application experience can powerfully use their time, their hand on the device directly without any other distraction to use another complicated devices, something like that. So this is nice experience of mixed reality on the edge, connected into the cloud of power. We can get connected to the expert. We can see the data from the cloud, like here, the device, the processor, the engine itself sending data to the cloud in real time, that you can overview it in the 3D overlay data on top of this engine. So, and then the next one is the visualize, where this one we help the sales, we help the first line sales at the field to like pitching of their product to the customer using the real 3D visualization with connected to the CRM data, where you can share any update in real time with your expert at the office if you need some changes, something like that. We see the video. Sorry for interruption. Right. So yeah, as we can see here, uh, where the sellers on the field using the visualized application. This is a mixed reality experience application that sellers can do at the field. So segment the customer to sell one of her product to the customer here, and she implied that why don't we see it in the real world, in the real field where you will put your engine, your purchase product. So with the customer and the sellers here can jump into the real site where the device will be put on, and we can see the mixed reality experience here, where the user, the customer, and also the sales can see the real 3D experience of it in the real site experience. And we can see here the customer can play around with the mixed reality feature uh, at the edge of the device. And then later the sales can get connected into the expert using their same data, using live chat here, live comment. They're sending the image of it to the OneDrive and give it to the expert at the office. So the expert at the office can directly give a feedback what we can do with this issue at the field. As we can see here, the expert at the office giving some insight through the teams, the data that image sent by the sales at the field to the expert on the office, the photo itself, put it in the OneDrive, and the expert just pull it, the image. He can put it inside something like that. So this is really nice sample of how we can use the cloud application. Is it infrastructure, platform service, software service that you need to build it, or you can use the other cloud services that already built that you just can consume it directly. So this is the nice experience that you can build on the edge and the cloud computing in the combined enterprise. So I think this is the short presentation from me. And thank you very much for connecting with me. I think if there's any Q&A time session left, we can do Q&A, or you can get direct letter to me from my Twitter or my LinkedIn. You can mention me or ask more questions there. All right. Thank you very much for today.
Yeah, thank you, Adicio. Really great presentation. Yeah, really cool to see how powerful it is to combine all those different technologies together. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really hope that that in the next upcoming years the market will be more ready for this as well. What is your expectation about that?
Yeah. So for this technology, we see the cloud more advanced in doing the intelligent workload, AI, machine learning, something like that, that we can consume it more faster in the application side. So for developer side, it's advantageous for us to consume that ready services for us to build more rich and real-time experience. So we can deliver more advanced workload into the application that we built on top of the mixed reality application that we have.
Yeah, yeah, it's really a necessary thing that developers are aware of all the possibilities that are out there. Yeah, 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 you're right. I'm very happy that you showed us some tutorial videos on how to get started with combining Azure with mixed reality and so on. Yeah, I will definitely check that out.
All right.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much for this awesome presentation.
Yeah. Thank you
And
for having me also in this global XR bootcamp. This is really
yeah,
nice.
yeah, and thank you for your help as a moderator as well. I know you will have another session afterwards.
Yes.
So I will give you some time to get ready for that.
All right. Thank you
Thank
very
you
much. See you,
very
everybody.
much.
See you.
Bye bye.
Bye.